What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with my first of two live streams tonight. You already know we got to talk about the Guardians. Because, of course, right? This is my Orioles series recap. It's series preview. Yep. Guardians went out to Baltimore. They were looking pretty good heading into this series with Baltimore. We got stung by the feeble offense again. A little bit. We're going to jump right into it, right? Because I don't want to spend too much time with this because they got to do a Blue Jackets stream here, probably by like 10:30ish, maybe a little bit later. Yeah, Guardians against the O's. First game of the series. Logan Allen on the mound against old Ground Chuck. Charlie Morton, old man. Grandpa Morton. And Logan Allen, if you recall, his first start against Baltimore back in 2023, he was phenomenal. Last year, downright ass. That was what you would call a forgettable start. Like, take those stats, throw them in the garbage. Forget about them. Well, this game was more like the first time he faced off against the O's than last year. He went 5 2/3, 2 hit, 2 walks, 6 Ks. Yeah, shit piece for him. So that's now 2 out of 3 starts now against Baltimore, where he has essentially shut him out when he's on the mound. Paul Sewald came in, did his thing, good stuff. Kentillo came in. Smith, kind of not looking great. He is indeed human after all. But overall, that's it. Only 3 runs allowed from those two. Class A, kind of looks like Class A lately. Not great from Emmanuel. Luckily, the Guardians scored enough runs to where it didn't matter for the most part. Against Charlie Morton, who the Guardians had a little trouble at first, but then they locked in on him, and it was fun time after that. 5 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, 3 walks, 2 Ks, and a home run allowed. We got to him pretty good. Now, in terms of how we scored, Jose would get a sac fly to get us on the board in the top of the third. And then 2 innings later, Bo Naylor sac fly. And then Stephen Kwan, 2-run home run to right field, right around the little park area that they have, right by Utah Street. I don't think the ball made it to Utah Street, but it was pretty close. It made it like right around the home run deck area in right field. And he hit a home run, his third of the year. And then Brian Rocchio would get a sac fly. And then Stephen Kwan would add a single for good measure. Made it 6-0. But of course, the O's couldn't go quietly. Cedric Mullins hit a solo shot. And then they would get 2 more runs in the 8th from Ryan Mountcastle. And then Gary Sanchez. And unfortunately, this was the most fun we would have this series because after this, our offense would disappear. Logan Allen got his first win of the year. He's 1-1, 2.30 ERA. Charlie Morton 0-4, 8.84 ERA. And then Clase nailed down his second save of the year with a 6.75 ERA. Does a dude go from a sub-1 ERA to this? It's insane what is going on with him this year, man. I don't know what's up with that guy. He stinks. He could easily get passed up for a closer really soon if this keeps up. The Guardians, 6 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. O's had 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors. So again, we're feeling good. Feeling hella confident going into a big rig start. And then it all just went away. Boom, just like that. And it was really because of one big hit for a while there. As the O's would strike right away with a Jackson Holiday grand slam. Yesterday must have been Grand Slam Day or something, because I think there was like 3 of them. Freaking ridiculous. Facing Dean Kramer, too. I mean, Kramer's not great, but luckily for the O's, their offense actually showed up. I mean, technically, our offense showed up, but it was just a whole lot of teasing. Yeah, they did a lot of teasing. For sure. But yeah, it was 4-0 after 2. Gabriel Arias would hit a home run to make it 4-1 after the 3rd. And it would be 4-1 up until the 7th, when Ramon Laureano, old friend of ours, of course, would hit a home run. And then Ryan O'Hearn, solo shot, of course, bottom 8, made it 6-1. And we thought, oh, that's it? No, it's far from it. Because then they would get a Heston Kjerstad single and then a Ramon Urias sac fly to make it 9-1 Baltimore. And the O's would dominate this game, winning 9-1. Although the Guardians did get 8 hits, only 1 run scored on the homer. So again, a whole lot of teasing. And then O's had 9 runs on 7 hits. Gavin Williams, 6 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 5 runs, 4 walks, 4 Ks, and 2 homers. Yeah, not great stuff. Not great there, Jim. Oh, not great there, Bob. And then Kramer, 5 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 2 Ks, and a homer. But possibly the most depressing thing, Tristan McKenzie came in, gave up 4 runs on 4 runs on 3 hits and a homer. I think we are witnessing the downfall of one Tristan McKenzie, who was once one of our best pitchers. He was looked at as like our number 2 pitcher on our staff just a few years ago. He's cooked. He is absolutely beyond butchered at this point. Like, I don't even know, man. Some people are saying, DFA him, get him in Columbus and see what happens. But we can't have this. He's cooked. Sad to see, man. He was like viewed as like a secondary ace on the staff next to Bieber. His arm is cooked. That elbow issue he had a few years ago that he didn't have surgery on. I mean, damn, that's tough. So we lose 9-1, and we go for the rubber match today. Tanner Bybee on the mound, going up against Tomoyuki Sugano. Man, it's crazy. The O's consider themselves a threat, and look at their pitching staff. It stinks. They do look like doo-doo on the road right now. Yeah, they playing like it. They playing like garbage. Very concerning indeed. So, Gavin took the loss. No surprise. He's 1-1 on the year now. And the win went to, oh, hang on. There it is. The win went to Kramer. 2-2, 6.41 ERA. Gavin with the loss. He's got a 4.58 ERA. He's 1-1. Kramer's 2-2. Today's game, Tanner Bybee against Sugano. And again, Bybee got stung by the long ball early on. And yeah, that long ball has been a curse to the staff this year. Every time I look, we're giving up a dinger. It's like, no, I mean, these balls got to be freaking juiced or something this year, man. The balls are flying out of the park like crazy this year. Both teams. Maybe 5 and 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 6 runs, 4 walks, 5 Ks, and 3 homers. Yikes. Sagano, 7 innings of 5 runs, 5 hits, 2 runs, 3 Ks, 2 homers. Gunnar Henderson got him on the board. Wait, someone in the chat say something about Gunnar Henderson homering? Or was I seeing things? Just one I saw somewhere. Maybe it was on Twitter or something. Someone said Gunnar Henderson's homering today. If that was someone in the chat, I'm gonna need you to do me a favor and send me your lottery numbers. But yeah, they wrecked Tanner Bybee. He got that extension, and he stinks. Of course, it's the extension curse. So yeah, Henderson homered, made it 1-0. But not to be outdone, the Guardians would respond in the top of the third with back-to-back homers from Daniel Schneemann and Austin Hedges. Wow. And those would be the only ones we score. Because right after that, Ryan O'Hearn would homer. Of course, 3-run homer. It's like illegal for Tanner Bybee to have a shutdown inning after we score and take the lead. It's like you can't do it. And then bottom six, Heston Kjerstad would put the finishing touches on it with a 2-run homer of his own. Made it 6-2. Guardians lose 2 out of 3 to the O's. Sagano, he's 2-1, 3.43 ERA. Bybee, 1-2, 5.85 ERA. Yeah, not great stuff. On the bright side, the bullpen was great though. Junis, Heron, and Gaddis were solid, like always. But our starters kind of stink. And it's like, are these guys just going to have to sit here and tread water until Shane Bieber and maybe John Means get back? The fact that we got to rely on not one but 2 pitchers coming off Tommy John surgeries to come and save our rotation is freaking ridiculous. I mean, we're hoping that we get not just one Matthew Boyd situation, but 2, where we bring in 2 pitchers coming off of Tommy John, and they come out and shove. I think we're kind of hoping with that with John Means though. But if I'm John Means, I'm hella motivated. I just don't know if his arm is actually like barbecue chicken at this point. He's had 2 Tommy Johns, and I'm interested to see what Bieber does. Watch we beat up on the Pirates. It would not shock me at all. The Pirates are as bad as we are. I mean, you talk about us being feeble. Look at them. They are literally like a 1 or 2 man show over there on offense. It's O'Neill Cruz and like a few others. Isaiah Kiner Falefa? Huh? You must forget he's even on the damn team. So, not a great series. And now, like was mentioned, the Guardians got to go to Pittsburgh to face off against the Pirates. And of course, if the NBA playoffs weren't going on, I would have probably streamed one of these games. And of course, the playoffs are going on. We have WrestleMania this weekend, too. It's going to be an interesting series. I'll be keeping an eye on it for sure. But they got to do something, man. They got to go out here and actually play good ball. I'm hoping they do. but I'll believe it when I see it. So tomorrow, it'll be Luis Ortiz making his return to PNC Park. 1-2 record, 6.06 ERA, going against Mladzinski. Wow, we're facing another NPC pitcher. Gee, I wonder how this could go. We're either going to beat the holy crap out of this dude, or he's going to do to us like what Shane Smith did with the White Sox. Mladzinski. So, obviously, we've never faced him before. I'll even look just to be sure. I'm pretty certain we've never faced him before. Hang on. Okay, I thought I heard something. All right, so Ortiz against the Pirates. He has faced a few of them before. Frazier, 0 for 2. Kind of Falefa, 0 for 4. Pham, batting .400 with 2 RBIs. And Valdez, whoever that is, 0 for 1. Against Mladzinski, we've only faced him one time. And John Kempsey has a home run off him. Oh, okay. Armin Mladzinski. Oh, God. Oh, my God. What the heck? Armin. My God, dude. Of course, I gotta say before I get into this series to Steel Jackson and any other Pirates fans, because it's like, I think we have it bad, and then I look at the Pirates and it's like, yeah, at least we're not them. So against the Guardians, he has faced us twice, but he's only been out for one inning, so he'll be a starter this time. In his first outing in 2023, he went one inning of no hits or anything, so he was solid. But my goodness, we got at him the last time we faced him. Last year, we beat the holy crap out of him. 4 hits, 4 runs, 2 homers. Let me see. What game was this? This is the something else. Hang on, I need this one, right? Here, this one. I gotta see what game this was. We won 8-10. Um. Okay. Yeah. I think I remember this game. This the game I streamed? August 30th. Check that out. I need to see if I stream this game. Hold up. Remember, there was a game I streamed of the Pirates series. And I was streaming it. My guy, Steel Sermon, or, whatever he goes by now. He changes his name every once in a while. He came in the chat talking about they were gonna blow it. I gotta see. Hang on here. Hang on. Crazy Dog Sports. The Guardians Pirates. I'm pretty sure it was last year. Yeah. Uh, hmm. Oh, I don't even know. Hmm. 46 and 48, 41 and 53, 76, 58, 62, 71. What's this one? Wait, what's the game? I streamed the game that because it was 6-0, top of the 5th. No, I'm sorry, it was 6-4, top of the 5th. because, of course, Tellez homered. They were up. And then, wait, is the chat still open on this video? Can I actually look at the chat? I'm gonna see this. Hang on. Yes, the chat is open. I gotta see the moment freaking there's a moment Yinzer Mac came in the chat and we took the here it is. Here it is. I'm reading the chat right now. My dude, Yinzer Mac, completely he predicted it to a T though. Right? So it was 6-4. And Mac comes in the chat saying, "Sup, buddy? Don't worry. Our bullpen will blow this. I have no faith." Literally, as I think I read his comment, wink, Homer. It's like, oh, hell. Right. Wow. Naylor and then Noel and then Andres homered. That was crazy. Yeah, I streamed that game. I remember that now. Wow. Love to see that. But that's tough to see, man. Tough to see. So we have faced Mlodzinski before. He was the pitcher that I believe gave up the dongs and stuff. Yeah, Mlodzinski. So there you go. Yeah. Noel hit that was the one at bat he had against him, and he hit a moonshot. It was freaking nuts how that happened, though. Crazy. Absolutely insanity. Shout out to Max Sports, of course. That's my dude. You almost got to feel bad for him because he roots for Pittsburgh teams, and for the longest time, the city was carried by the Steelers and the Pens, and now it's like, well, all his teams are mid at best. Steelers are like a borderline playoff team simply because Tomlin never loses. He never finishes under 500. The Penguins, a rebuild is staring them blankly in the face like this, like all up in their face. And the Pirates are just the Pirates. They stink. So it's really just all about the Steelers. That's all they really have. Kind of like with Cleveland, it's the Guardians and the Cavs at this point. So Luis Ortiz is coming off his best start, maybe ever. 5 and 2/3 innings, 1 hit, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 10 Ks. And then against Kansas City. And then Mlodzinski is coming off a start against Cincinnati, where he took a loss. 4 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, 4 Ks. So we'll see how this goes. Gonna be fun. Now, let's talk about Saturday. Gonna be Ben Lively against Paul Skeens. Oh joy, Paulie Skeens. Yay. We get to face Paul Skeens. Lovely. Which means what's her name's gonna be there. Awesome. Yeah, the gymnast from LSU. Can't remember her name. God. People can be, oh my God, she's so hot. When you look at her, it's like, okay, yeah, she's insanely hot. I mean, she's a smoke show. Yeah. Although Skeens is a lucky dude though, because she seems like she's extremely faithful. She ain't no cleat chaser. Because you see those a lot. You see cleat chasers a lot. They be jumping from baseball player to baseball player. Sometimes they even go sport to sport. Jump from a baseball player to a basketball player to a football to a baseball to a football. They be jumping all over the place. Yeah. So, yeah, Paul Skeens, as you can imagine, we've never faced him. This would be interesting. Ben Lively, it's been all right. I mean, could be better. But of course, with him playing for the Reds before, the Pirates have seen him quite a bit. O'Neill Cruz, two RBIs, 1 for 3 against O'Neill. Frazier, 0 for 3. Hannah Falefa, a home run and an RBI. McCutcheon, 2 RBIs. Tommy Pham, a home run and 4 RBIs and 12 at bats. And that's really it. I'm not even gonna look at Ben Lively against the I guess I could. Yeah, let me look at that. Ben Lively versus Pirates. But again, the Pirates are so feeble. So he is 0-2 with a 6 ERA and 11 Ks in 4 appearances. Last year, though, was probably his worst appearance. 9 hits, 6 runs, and 1 home run. And he got a no decision out of it. Somehow. We won that game. Of course, we win that game. Yeah, Vila got the win. Ski. Typical Guardians. But then we locked in on the kid and absolutely smoked him. Then 10-1 the next game. Yeah, Quinn Priester. Man, that's tough. Yeah, Mitch Keller got smoked. That's right. We faced Dick Mountain. We beat them up pretty good, and then they somehow beat us. I remember freaking Rich Hill getting pissed on the mound. Rich Hill. Oh, he's still going. Can't believe it. But yeah, against Logan Allen, obviously 1-1, 230 ERA, 11 Ks for Logan. Mitch, 1-2, 430 ERA, 17 Ks. Again, Logan Allen hadn't allowed anything against Mitch Keller. Noel has an RBI, and that's it, besides Manzardo. So, pretty crazy how Logan Allen is looking like our best pitcher so far. Like, that's crazy. Now, through 3 starts, he's looking like our best pitcher. If he can just keep his stuff under control, he could be fantastic. He really can. So this should be an interesting series. I'll say that. I looked at the interview today with Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. Damn cat out here freaking using the wall as a scratching post. God, I swear, dude. Animals just do whatever the hell they want. Now, I didn't go over the stats from the other 2 pitchers for this series. So tomorrow, Luis Ortiz, of course, 1-2, 6.06 ERA against Mlodzinski, who's 1-2 as well, with a 6.23 ERA. So, believe it or not, this is actually a very even-ish kind of matchup. It's just a matter of which Luis Ortiz are we going to see. Because if we see the one that we saw last time out, we should be good. But it's hard to say. Lively, of course, 0-2, 4.87 ERA against Paul Skeens, who's 2-1 with a 2.96 ERA. Skeens. Yeah, Livy Dunn, that's who I'm thinking of. His girlfriend, Livy Dunn. She was a gymnast with freaking LSU. Yeah. She's like a content creator too, I think. It's like TikTok. Yeah. And Lively, 16 Ks. Skeens, 26 strikeouts. Ortiz, of course, has 15 Ks. Mlodzinski has 14. So again, very even there. If I had to guess, Guardians are probably going to somehow take 2 out of 3. Wouldn't even be shocked if they swept. The offense just has to somehow lock in on Skeens, which will be tough, but we'll see what happens. But I think if there's any key to victory for this series, the top of the order has to pull their weight, because the way I see it, if the top of the order stinks, we ain't doing nothing, because they set the table for everybody. If Quan, J-Ram, Santana, Manzardo, those guys are all getting after it, we good. We're going to be good. But if it comes down to the bottom of the order having to make the offense, we're not in a good spot at all. You're in very bad shape if you have to rely on your freaking weak ass bottom of the order to do stuff. So that is pretty much going to wrap it up for that. I'm going to hop off of here. I'll be back in a little while. Not immediately, but I'll be back in a little while for my Blue Jackets season recap. Go over the season for the Blue Jackets, what I liked, disliked, the outlook for next year. Because I tell you what, that team has one hell of a bright future ahead of them. And for anyone wondering, who do we got after the Pirates? Well, I don't even know. Oh, we got the Yankees. Oh, joy. Oh, lovely. We got the Yankees coming up next afterwards. Yay. And I wait for that. So, yeah. With that being said, guys, I will see you all in about an hour or so. Nobody's scared of Tanner. Hate to say it. McKenzie needs to call this season a wrap. He ain't getting the surgery. No. No. Gunnar Henderson got his first home run. Yep. Watch, we beat up on the Pirates. Look at the interview today. Evan and Jarrett, they look and sound like they're ready. Oh, of course they're ready. They're more than ready. Kenny was speaking about going into the playoffs. This team is more than ready for the playoffs. I'll tell you one thing, getting that week off is huge because it allowed us to get healthy. I think they said there was like a perfect attendance at practice. Everybody was practicing, which is great. So I'll be back in about an hour or so. And with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go, Guardians. And let's go out and actually do some damage against the Pirates.